What is up, guys? Dzeeff here, and today is a pretty special day because Battles of Legend Heroes Revenge is finally here. The new cards will be legal tomorrow on Friday, but the set is available at OTS shops right now. And more importantly, if you would like to buy any of the cards in this set, you can go to tstplayer.com. All the singles are available for purchase right now, and also sealed product if you're into that kind of thing. If you go to tstplayer and buy these cards, which you definitely should, make sure to use my link in the description below, because not only does that mean that you guys get these cards at the best prices available, but also some of your sale goes right back into my channel. But this set is very exciting for a couple reasons. Basically, this set is comprised of two halves, and I've made videos about this already, but basically the first half is going to be new cards to the TCG, and in a lot of cases these are either, there are some like Link Vrain Pack imports, which is cool. We got Trapchick Sarah, we got the Psyframe Link Monster, which is pretty exciting. We also have some new cards, like a whole bunch of Vision, well, new cards that aren't Legacy support necessarily, like Battle Wasp, and then we got like the Vision Heroes, which are sort of Legacy support. I guess we have a few Vision Heroes, but overall it's just a lot of really awesome stuff in this set, and I love the opening Battles of Legend packs. We've opened a lot of boxes of the past two that came out, and I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. It's just a pretty exciting set because so many of the cards are good. And then yeah, the second half of this set is going to be reprints of old cards, but in a lot of those cases those reprints are rarity upgrades of really exciting cards. Like Artifact Lancia is probably one of the biggest cards we're trying to pull here, as well as Dino Wrestler Prankatops. So anyway, without further ado, let's open some of these packs and let me know what you guys are hoping to get from this set. Like I said, I really want the Artifact Lancia. It's like the biggest pull I'm looking for, but this is pretty much like all the reprints are really exciting, and I don't really know the set ratios or prices of these cards right now, but oh well. So first off, Cyberstein, pretty cool card. I talked about this in the first video, and I'll try and say that for every card we pull, but basically Cyberstein is pretty awesome here because this card has not been printed in 10 years. The card has been banned for a very long time, and prior to this, there wasn't a holographic version besides the prize card. So now players can actually have a secret rare foiling of Cyberstein without paying like $8,000 or whatever the prize card version is. Then we have Vision Hero Multiply Guy, White Dragon Wyvern Burster, which is pretty cool. I mean, we already have super printings of both of the baby Chaos Dragons, but those are pretty old at this point, which is kind of weird to think about because those are about like 3-4 years old, maybe even longer than that. But this is a new ultra rare printing of those cards. Set those aside. Another Vision Hero and a Symbol of Friendship. Oh man, what a funny card. You can do some pretty crazy combos with that if you ever meet the requirements. We'll just kind of put the competitive cards aside here. A lot of people said that I underestimated the Vision Heroes. Maybe I'd be excited to see the Vision Heroes actually be successful because, for example, Vision Hero Ferris was like one of the most pre-sold cards from this set on TCG Player. I saw that and I just like read it, and it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but it's okay. We'll put that up there because it's a secret rare. We have Vision Hero Witch Raider, which saw a ton of play in Duel Links, not so much in the TCG. Magical Musketeer Max, which I put as one of the best new cards in the set. I think that a lot of people are really underestimating the Magical Musket strategy. This is like a pretty blowout card if you can get it to resolve. And we have Battle Wasp Pin the Bullseye, and admittedly, I don't really know what these Battle Wasp cards do. I posted on Twitter, please describe these to me in one sentence. I got a lot of people that just explain them like they're bad Blackwings. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like they Synchro Summon or something, but in terms of like all the mechanics in the set or all the new archetypes, that is like the one that I know the least about. So sorry, Battle Wasp fans, if you're out there. I do not know what any of your cards do. We have, what is this? Double-headed Anger Knuckle. Wow, that is an angry looking card. 2 machine monsters. Okay, we got a Link 2 monster there. And we have Foolish Burial. I thought this was I swear this was a secret rare. I guess not. So we have Foolish Burial, which is an ultra rare. This thing has already seen a few holographic printings. It has seen a secret rare printing. The most expensive version is the super rare. And now you can have an affordable version that kind of looks like the super rare, but it's just an ultra rare, so it's kind of cool. And then we have, I guess we don't need to put all the competitive cards in that pile. Lucky Loan. Salamangreat Sanctuary, very cool. I did not put this on my top 10 reprints, but this is pretty exciting. Will of the Salamangreat is also in this pack, which is pretty exciting. I really like that card a lot, and I play Salamangreat, so definitely wanting to play that card. And then we have Shaddoll Falco, pretty cool. All of the Shaddolls in the set will make it so that the pretty much every single main deck Shaddoll monster has a holographic version, except for Shaddoll Dragon. Ironically, Shaddoll Dragon is pretty much the only Shaddoll main deck monster seen play right now. Some Orcus players are side deck Deck unit, but it's okay. We'll probably get the Shaddoll Dragon reprint eventually. High Speedroid Rubber Band Shooter, a Speedroid Link 2 monster. Vision Hero Multiply guy. Whatever that card. Number 76, Harmonizer Gradiel or whatever. Elm to Hero Stratos. Wow, he's back. Stratos, a lot of people I saw were predicting this card would go to 2 or 3. I don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh! Is ready for that. It is kind of crazy to think about that. Since Stratos has been printed, we have more cards like Stratos that can sort of search themselves. Because if you think about, like, Trickstar Candina can't technically search itself, but it can search a field spell that searches itself, which is pretty similar to Stratos. Maybe now that Firewall Dragon is gone, we can have a card like Stratos. The main problem with Stratos, not a hard once per turn, and it triggers off of any type of summon. I guess not flip summon, but normal or special summon, and it can add it itself, which is pretty crazy. Then we have Vision Hero Poisoner. So these Vision Heroes, I see that a lot of them do stuff when they're in your when they're in the back row as a continuous spell, which is kind of interesting. We don't really see a lot of cards like that. Obviously, you have the Crystal Beast, but not much besides that. Number 97, Dragobulian, whatever. It's a big monster that your opponent can't target with card effects. Kind of neat. Herald of the Arclight. Wow, is this the first non-super rare reprint of this? Has been reprinted before? I'm not entirely sure, but this is a card that for a long time was like a pretty expensive super rare, like $5 to $10 just for a super. Pretty nuts. Vision Hero Gravado, Summoning Swarm, and Battle Wasp Arblast the Rapid Fire. All these little Battle Wasp cards. I don't know, Blackwings kind of can pop off these days. They have a lot of crazy combos they can do. So Battle Wasps are worse Blackwings, and Blackwings already aren't that good, even with their crazy combos. I don't have a lot of high hopes for them. We have TG Gear Zombie. There are also several TG monsters in this set. Actually, TG got like a bunch of support in a couple sets ago. Like, it's kind of crazy to think that this archetype has gotten so much support, and like really no one, I haven't seen anyone experimenting with the new TG support, which is kind of funny. Artifact Scythe, very important. Oh, we got a Shaddoll Squamata. Pretty cool stuff. So Artifact Scythe is really important because this card had not been reprinted. I mean, it had in the past, but those versions were still like almost $10, and it was very expensive. So this is a really hyped reprint. People can finally get their hands on an Artifact Engine for pretty cheap with that. And we have Shaddoll Squamata, like I said, one of these Shaddoll monsters that had not received a holographic printing. Now we finally have access to it. It is kind of disappointing that Shadolls really aren't played that much anymore, but a lot of people, myself included, think that Shaddoll Construct probably could go to 2 or 3 copies per deck, and I don't even know if that would make it like a meta deck anymore, but it'd be a little bit cooler. Maybe people would actually play these cards again. We have All Eyes Phantom Dragon, Revival Swarm, Water of Life, okay, Sonic Stun, and Lunalite Kaleidocheck. This is like what, the most important Lunalite monster? It's an Armageddonite that sends its cost, and it's only been printed as a common before this. I bet a lot of Lunalite players are pretty excited about that card receiving a holographic printing. And you know, Lunalites, they used to just be kind of a meme, but ever since they won YCS Chicago, and I think they topped the European YCS right after that, a lot of people have been excited for them. You have Battle Wasp, Hama the Conquering Bow, Shaddoll Beast. So this is the weird inclusion in the set. And the reason this is weird is because, like I said, Shaddoll Dragon is still not printed in holographic form, and it's the last one remaining out of the main deck monsters, and yet Shaddoll Beast already had a super rare printing, but they put it in this set. Now, don't get me wrong, Shaddoll Beast is a very good card, but it seems weird to me that they decided to print Shaddoll Beast again in holographic instead of printing Shaddoll Dragon in holographic for the first time. Just kind of crazy. I don't really know that. And Guardian of Order, wow, this is a very old sneak peek promo from back in the day. Man, this card never really saw a ton of play, but it was experimented with a lot. So it's a free monster you can special summon. I remember playing this card back when Battery Man were viable. I wonder if this card would be played in anything if it didn't have the you can only control one copy of this card at a time. Probably not, but it still is a free special summonable level 8 monster, which is kind of neat. Then we have Vision Hero Increase. Guy looks pretty crazy. Oh, nice. Will of the Salamangreat. This card looks really cool in Ultra Rare. I am assuming that a lot of the other currently only common Salamangreat cards are going to be printed in higher rarities in the Megatons. If you remember, in the upcoming Megatons, you have a situation where they said that they're going to switch the rarities of all the cards. So things like Foxy and Jack Jaguar and Falco, it really would make sense for those cards to be printed in higher rarities in the Megatons if they want to do that. But Will and the Sanctuary in this set, which is pretty cool. TG Metal Skeleton, Gold Moon Coin. This card's pretty funny. Add 2 cards from your hand to your opponent's hand, then draw 2 cards. It's a hard one's return. So that is a -3. You are losing 3 cards from your hand to only draw 2, but also you're giving your opponent 2 free cards. So it's a -3. It's a pretty hefty toll for not really doing anything. Vision Release. Kind of like a really, really bad exchange, which is already not like a very good card. So I don't know what they were thinking when they printed that. It's probably just some like very specific combo that was from the anime that they decided to take to the TCG. Heartbeat Conductor. This was like my 6th card that I was going to put on the list for, I guess 7th card I was going to put on the list that I did yesterday. Heartbeat Conductor, so it's a Heartbeat Link 2 monster. We have Vision Hero Trinity, one of the first Vision Heroes, I believe. Battle Wasp, the Ghost Bow again. Battle Wasp, Sting the Poison, and Fortune Lady Chi. We have not pulled a lot of these. Are these secrets? Are these ultras? I'm not entirely sure. These were from the 5Ds anime, and they're just coming into the game now, way after, what, 10 years after they were really, announced in the anime, and now we're just getting them. So sad for all the Fortune Fairy fans. Oh man, there it is. Artifact Lancia. God, this card looks so good. Artifact Lancia is the most popular side deck card of the current format, and it doesn't look like that's going to be stopping it anytime soon, because unless they completely neuter both Thunder Dragons and Orcus and make them just unplayable, this card will likely still be a very strong side deck card. This is like the main card that I want to pull. It looks really, really good in Secret Rare. It's very cool if they decided to reprint that. So that is a nice pull. Probably one of the best pulls we can get that I'm looking for, at least for my own collection. We have Twinbow the Attacker, Lucky Loan, TG Drillfish, and Subterra Guru. Nice. All those Guru fans get to play the Guru in their ultra rare copies instead of commons. This card was originally printed as an ultra rare in the OCG, so it's cool that we finally get our own ultra rare copy. We move on to Elemental Hero Neos Knight. So a lot of people were complaining that this is not Air Neos because Air Neos is very expensive, but Neos Knight actually was pretty expensive as well. So I think realistically they both should have just been reprinted in this set, but it is kind of disappointing that they didn't do that. But it is cool they reprinted at least one of them, because that card used to be very expensive for like no apparent reason. Oh, Sky Striker Maneuver Afterburners, an ultra rare, looks pretty weird. Gimmick Puppet Chimera Doll. And oh, we pulled the Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. So now we have one copy of both of the Baby Chaos Dragons. Sorry, I'm going kind of slow. I always like these Battle of Legends cards. It's just cool looking at these things in different rarities than we're used to. For example, Sky Striker Ace Ray in Secret Rare, but this card actually has updated text. And this thing is updated because now it says Quick Effect, colon, you contribute this card, semicolon, the rest of the effect. And the original printing of this card was misprinted. It doesn't actually change the ruling at all. This card does not change in how it actually works. But the original card, it says you contribute this card, and then it says like colon special summon, where it's actually supposed to be a semicolon. So it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It was just misprinted, but it comes up every once in a while. So now we have a real version that has the official how the problem-solving card text is supposed to look. Then we have Battle Wasp, Lunalight Crimson Fox, Destiny Hero Dangerous, and Fortune Fairy Sway. I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing them wrong. You guys know I always pronounce everything wrong. And we have, oh, Dark Sacrifice. I actually didn't know that this was a secret rare, probably because the DeviantArt picture that I used was ultra rare. But this is a card that probably will see play in Mystic Mind strategies. We don't really know how popular those would be, because this is only really played in like the pure Mystic Mind decks, but they could still be around, and if they are around, this card will definitely be played. We have Elemental Hero Absolute Zero, Gingerbread House, Fortune Fairy N, and Lunalight Kaleido Chick. Again, pretty exciting. The Absolute Zero as ultra rare with this new foiling is pretty cool, because that card way back in the day was printed as ultra rare and it was pretty expensive for a long time until it got reprinted in a special edition, or maybe it was a tin, I can't remember. Fortune Fairy Harkari. I think this is like the main one. I don't know. It's I mean, it's after Fortune Lady Light, which is like one of the better Fortune Ladies, so that's pretty crazy. That's the secret rare. We have Shaddoll Hedgehog. So now we have pulled, I believe, all of these Shaddoll monsters. We pulled, yeah, Falco, Squamata, Beast, and now Hedgehog. So those are all the main deck Shaddoll monsters in this set, and they're all in the ultra rare foiling. Pretty sweet. Herald of the Arclight again, Summon Great Sanctuary again, and Vision Hero Poisoner. I don't know when we'll get the Shaddoll Dragon, but it is kind of funny that it's like the last remaining one when they're all matching except that one. We have Iperiada. I don't know how to pronounce this. Fun fact about this card, though, I reviewed this card in a custom card video, and because I've never really watched the anime, I didn't realize that this was taken from the anime, but their version didn't have a hard one's return effect, but this one does. I don't even know if this card is that bad, though. I mean, you can summon this thing and then draw a card and use it for a link summon. I mean, probably not that good, but it is kind of interesting to think about. We have Preda Plas, Fortune Fairy Anne, Battle Wasp Guy, Black Dragon Clap Serpent. Okay, getting a lot of the baby Chaos Dragons. We'll push those back a little bit. So the big cards we're still trying to pull. I mean, Traptrix Sarah would be really cool. We have Stardust Mirage. I don't even know what this is, but it looks pretty cool. A lot of Stardust support cards these days. Vision Hero Witch Raider, Battle Wasp again, Sonic Stun, Gimmick Puppet, Chimera Doll. We have about 6 packs to go, so we'll see what we can get here. Another All Eyes Phantom Dragon. I did hear there are some short prints in this set. You notice we haven't pulled like a Boral Sword, but I don't know. I wouldn't go too far to say. We would have to open so many boxes to really discover the short prints, because so far we've only pulled, what, 1 duplicate secret rare, and that was this guy. So if you only pull like 1 copy of all of them, and it's really like, oh, well, are they really short printed? Because you can't possibly pull every secret rare in the set, because I believe that there are more secret rares than there are packs per box. Oh, I didn't know this was a secret. I thought this was an ultra rare. Necroz's Cycle. That's sweet then, because now it matches the other Necroz ritual spells. I 100% thought this was going to be printed as a super rare, not a secret rare. So that's actually really, really nice. That should have happened probably a million years ago, but it's cool to finally have it now. Maybe some Necroz cards will come off the banlist Battle Wasp nest. Man, maybe one day I'll have to sit down, take an afternoon off, and just read every single Battle Wasp card. It's kind of like the super heavy Samurais that all have so much text. Oh, nice. 5-headed dragon, alternate artwork. Pretty crazy looking. I'm not a huge fan of the original artwork of this card, so it's cool to have it in a new artwork. I don't know if people are really playing this card, but it has been played. It has seen competitive play, so we can at least say it's pretty decent. Some Battle Wasp, Destiny Hero. So many Battle Wasp cards. I mean, look, a lot of the ultra rares are just the Battle Wasp or hero cards, something along those lines. So it is kind of weird that a lot of the ultra rares are not the reprints. That's not to say that none of the ultra rares are reprints. Obviously, there are some. But we got double-headed Anger Knuckles again. So you can see here why people probably were complaining about short prints, because the only duplicates we've pulled are 2 like pretty bad cards. But I don't know. We haven't opened that many yet. And we got Stratos, Shadow Falco, Lunalight Crimson Fox. Just a few more packs. Can we pull a Traptrix Sarah? I hope so. I mean, I guess we have a couple boxes. Another duplicate, number 97, and this guy again. Well, I guess it's like some crazy Guard Dragon combos. I believe I saw that in some video. Maybe I was wrong, but I'm pretty sure I did. Will of the Samurai again, pretty cool. Oh, nice. Dragon Necro, Nether Soul Dragon. Pretty cool card that you can summon if you're playing Zombie World. You can use Super Poly to get rid of any of your opponent's 2 monsters, and that's actually a pretty neat combo. And this card's kind of cool just in general, because it summons tokens and does all sorts of stuff. We have Avendred Savior. Oh man, I used to be a huge fan of Avendreds. Like when they first came out, I thought they had so much potential. And then Konami just kind of kept printing worse and worse cards. Very strange, but unfortunately that Link Monster probably can't save them. But it's okay, I guess. Just some Fortune Fairies there. And then the last pack of the box, let's see if we can pull a good secret rare, and oh my gosh, that looks beautiful. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, only printed, what, as a super rare in the past, and now we have a secret rare foiling of this card. That looks really sick. We got a Dogoron there, we got Gamma Seal there, sort of coming into action. Oh, we got Artifact Scythe again, really cool pull as well. Water of Life, Miracle Stone, and Summon Limit. Only 1 copy of Summon Limit in the entire box. That is wild. Look at all the Fortune Fairies he pulled, but only 1 Summon Limit. This is the first foil printing of this card. It was previously only printed as a common and as a Duelist League rare promo with like the blue or the purple text, but not a holographic card. So that is a very exciting reprint. Anyway, that is our first box of Battles of Legend Heroes Revenge. You can kind of see why I definitely recommend just buying singles. There's a lot of like filler cards in here. Most of the new cards are kind of filler. So if you are looking to purchase things from this set, make sure to just buy the singles on TCG Player. And if you're already on TCG Player, you might as well just use my link to help support the channel. Wink, wink. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Goodbye.